whether it is the minister or the director, the president of the institution. Since last year, I told people when I was doing the referendum, those who have broken desks or whatever, I told them to take stones and then wedge them until it does not fall. If it falls, make it here. No one will import luxury furniture to Burkina for these desks. We will make it here. So those who have a project in 2026 to put in their budget to import furniture, to have desks, very beautiful, and I don't know how, forget it. It won't happen. We will make it here until it is as beautiful as we want. Because no one will be in luxury as long as we are not at a certain level. If you want your luxury, you have to manage yourself and your salary to create it. The rest, we will concentrate on the work. And everyone has to wake up. We have a lot. I would like to welcome you all to this room of the CIO for the 30th anniversary of FURSIT in the 15th edition, since it takes place every 2 years. 30 years have passed, but not 30 days. And I think it is time, in addition to the theme, to make the assessment, the point of the situation. So I would like to congratulate all the researchers, teachers, researchers, inventors, innovators, for all the work that has already been done, despite the difficulties that may be on the way. Once I asked the minister why people need so much money to do research, he just gave me an example how, just to analyze some cells, people need to go to Europe to have access, to pay and to have access to electronic scanning microscopes, and many other things that he mentioned. And it was also on this day that I understood that we do not have certain laboratory equipment. And I took the commitment that in 2026, perhaps in the first quarter, these cutting-edge equipment for research will be in Burkina. Thank you very much. I also wanted to be here today to accompany you, to witness all my gratitude, all my encouragement for all that you do, and that we will put all the double plugs so that those who want to create, who want to invent, can do it. The Faso Amdou page has been created. Many people have started to sign up, and we are always waiting for people to continue to sign up. Because we are building a center called Faso Bangre, where all these equipment will be installed, and everyone who thinks they can create something will be able to find the necessary equipment to set up their invention, or I would say, to copy the inventions of others, because rest assured, regardless of the level of your friendship, when you buy something, as they say, when you transfer technology, you don't transfer everything. Of course, there is the secret of manufacturing that the person will keep. But there is nothing to worry about. We must not doubt our own capabilities. Of course, I encourage you, I congratulate you, but we must not stay at this stage. I don't want to caress you in the sense of hair. I may be a little hard this morning, but the goal is to wake everyone up, especially the youth. Because I want to speak without a foreign language, without diplomatic language yet. Of course, Africa is the cradle of humanity, and it has been scientifically proven, isn't it? It was you, the scientists, who found it. It means that the first man came from Africa. And why is Africa last today? I think these are the debates that should animate our TV sets, our scientific spaces, to understand why Africa is last. You asked the question, I suppose. Something did not work. And today, Burkina Faso has decided to make a revolution. The revolution is certainly ideological, political, behavioral, but it is also, above all, scientific, technological, industrial. In short, I pass. We must not just limit ourselves to slogans, because in the revolution we speak of endogeneity. And when we say endogeneity, it's not just pronouncing the word. We have to be able to work by ourselves and for ourselves. I think God is just. He created all men equal. We have the same organs. Only at the level of the brain, I still think that scientifically, most of us do not exploit 10% of the potential of their brain. And it is by working that we manage to exploit the potential of the brain. But we must admit that we are very lazy. We do not work, certainly from time to time. Even in Burkina Faso, we were brought concepts to tell us that a man should not work more than 6 or 8 hours a day, and we adopted that. And we fight for that. We are not serious here. How can we take this kind of rights, if I may say so, and want to catch up with the delay that we know? Today, we do business day and night. The work that was done in 3 years, we do it in less than a year. In Burkina Faso, we work day and night for construction sites that may take 10 months. They do it in a month. It is quite possible. You know, they came to flatter us, to put us to sleep with a lot of concepts. We will have to leave. This is also the revolution. If we want to catch up with our delay, we have to get back to work. Africa cannot be the cradle of humanity. God did not create us stupid. He gave us all brains as much as they did. But we refuse to exploit the potential of our brains. Certainly those who distinguish themselves by an intellectual coefficient different from the average, above the average, I would say get by, but very often they are punished by the imperialists to go to work for them. And by lack of patriotism for some, they accept to leave. For others, this space was not conducive to what they could express here. They left. We exhort those who want to come back and work here, for their country, for their brothers. I have a shout at the place of youth. We have to wake up. I say it and I will continue to say it. Do not believe that drinking, dancing, singing, partying can bring us to a certain level. Through this behavior, we can only remain slaves to consume and to consume what they produce. But above all, by giving them at no cost our wealth, our subsoil, because we have no choice. We know nothing. I came to encourage research, to encourage innovation, to encourage technology. We must be able to create. Let's take an example. We are in this room. There are arm wrestlers who turn everywhere. What prevents young Burkinabe to also create arm wrestlers, to put a structure in place to produce these arm wrestlers? We can at least copy. Here are the air conditioners. What prevents us from doing it? Do you think they are smarter than us? The slammer who just walked on my tongue, that's why I laughed a lot, as if he had spied on me in my mind. The reality is this. How did our ancestors recognize a ferritic soil from another soil? How did they exploit this soil, extract iron, manufacture their tools? Answer me. They were smarter than us. What makes us more and more stupid? We must ask ourselves the question and the rightest words. What did they do? What did our ancestors do to extract gold? To know the soil where there is gold, extract it, and be rich. The richest man was in Africa, in West Africa, here, I think in Mali. What did they do so that today, a few decades later, all our gold judgments are given to others so that they can exploit and do what they want? Our ancestors were smarter than us, and we are more stupid than them. How did we become more stupid? I don't want to use the word. That's the term. We say that we are revolutionaries. A revolutionary says the truth. It can hurt, but we have to say it. So I want us to wake up. We cannot continue in this momentum and hope to prosper. It is impossible. Every month or every 3 months. I like to tell the Minister of Commerce to send me the situation of our imports. I look at the volume and the amount that we send abroad to export products. Often I feel bad. Often you sit down and make a simple calculation. Do you want economic sovereignty? Make a simple calculation. Clothing. If we take 20 million from Burkina Faso, each of you spends 10,000 francs per month, per year to get dressed. And we import this. That's 200 billion francs. But the average of you spends 10,000 francs per year to get dressed, just by paying for shoes or something that is imported. Have we really become so stupid that we cannot sit down and reflect and see everything that brings us abroad and that we cannot create here? I don't think so. Just clothing and many other sectors. The numbers are there. You may be able to see in some statistics what we import and what we can even create here. Last time, I asked those of the Presidential Initiative for Quality Education. I don't know if they are here to send me the situation of the equipment of the amphitheaters and the rooms that we are building. What are they planning to do? How are they planning to equip them? They sent me, and I took the time to read the weekend, and I saw how many billions of markets should be spent for the equipment. You see, in your amphitheaters, the students are there. In the amphitheaters, your benches, in the offices and everything that follows. There are many amphitheaters under construction, so there is a lot of equipment. And I saw the standards they set and all that. All these furniture should be ordered from outside. Because, excuse me, if there are representatives of these houses here. There are big houses that import furniture. Orcas, decos, interiors, houses, I go through them. These are the standards. So I told them, this is what is going to happen. Either we make it ourselves from our menus and we weld here, or you go to Bruce. You find all the dead wood, you cut the stools, and you put them in the universities. When the students sit on these stools, if it hurts them, it is certain that among them, some will have the intelligence to create the benches that we make. Or we find now menus and welders at home who will make this type of foldable bench that we want. But I think it is still in progress, isn't it? It means that there is the resource. But why should these billions come out while people can work inside to do it? You are able to do things. And besides, whether it is the minister or the director, the president of the institution, since last year I told people when I was doing the referendum, those who have broken desks or whatever, I told them to take stones and then wedge them until it does not fall. If it falls, make it here. No one will import luxury furniture to Burkina for these desks. We will make it here. So those who have a project in 2026 to put in their budget to import furniture, to have desks, very beautiful, and I don't know how, forget it. It won't happen. We will make it here until it is as beautiful as we want. Because no one will be in luxury as long as we are not at a certain level. If you want your luxury, you have to manage yourself and your salary to create it. The rest, we will concentrate on the work. And everyone has to wake up. We have a lot of fun. Having fun is good, but you have to work first. But it is a policy to put the continent. It is a policy. I take an event that happened. I have nothing against the organizers, nothing in particular. Miss University 2025, I think it has a lot of price. Maybe it is in the room here, I don't know. But it has at least received 3 million. A check of 3 million plus, all paid, a trip all paid. All fees paid in France by Campus France. Does it tell you something? Does Campus France finance your event here? Okay, what are these companies that accompany you? I want the point after, but it is to say, as the slammer, as I said, he spied on me in my mind. The companies will now contribute to research. We have no choice. To innovation. And when we say innovation, invention, it is not necessarily those who go to school. There are some who are not in school, who are very good, who can invent things. This is why these centers are put in place to review them. Give them a little science, scientific knowledge also, and allow them to settle and manufacture what we want. We can't continue in this trend. And those who import furniture, as I said right away, I invite you to find good furniture here, make good groups, start financing to manufacture the quality you want. You can't import and count on the market of the state and the institutions. If I take someone who goes through a market, it is at risk. We have to work. We have to work. I beg you. There are more than 100 years of this. The others created engines. What did we do in Burkina Faso? There are more than 100 years of this. They learned to detect oil, to exploit it, to refine it to create gasoline, and everything there is. What are we doing in Burkina Faso? There are more than 100 years of this. They created their gunpowder, explosives, they manufacture ammunition, weapons. What are we doing? There are more than 80 years of this. They master the atom. They made the nuclear bomb. Today, nuclear energy. What are we doing? Are they smarter than us? Do you believe? If you don't believe in yourself, you really have to question yourself. Try to wash your brain again to believe in yourself. Because we can too. What am I waiting for? We're at war, by the way. It's true that you're more focused on health, industry, and others. That's very good. For the question of defense, we're going to do it in private. Because at the level of the presidency, we still have a company that deals with this question. I want people to come and tell me that they can produce an engine. We're going to support them. I want people to come and tell me that they can make powder for our ammunition. We're going to support them. I want people to come and tell me that they can make trinitrotoluene, TNT, the basic explosive in shells. Even though there are more powerful explosives than that, we're going to support them. That's what we need. We can't continue. 100 years later, we can't produce anything on the plane. We can't even make the hub of a bicycle. Do you think it's serious? We're consumers and we were trained for this. And then you're going to hear people arguing, no, we can't do everything. We can't this, we can't that. And we were trained to speak. And they no longer believe in Africa. No, we have to stop speaking, we have to work. And when we work and when we have fun, it's the best way. But we can't continue. You have TV channels where it's dance, it's entertainment. It's comedy, it's everything. I don't mind the artists, but we can't continue like that. It's not possible, and we're going to stop a lot of things. Don't be that tomorrow you wake up and you find on your TV there are channels that don't work anymore, because we're going to do it. We're going to force people to work. We're also able to do things. We can do I don't how to this presentation, but works that we can do.
C'est ça le premier facteur. Croire en soi qu'on est en mesure de le faire. Et quand on échoue en
And when you fail in doing it, it's not the end of the world.
il faut reprendre, il faut persévérer. Si aujourd'hui vous prenez un téléphone, vous le démontez pour essayer de fabriquer,
You have to start again. You have to persevere.
il faut demain encore le faire.
If today you take a phone, you disassemble it to try to make it.
S'il y a des pièces qui restent, c'est pas grave. Il faut faire recours à
If it
autre
gets
chose.
lost, it doesn't matter. You have to do it again tomorrow.
C'est bien
Take your own motorcycle, you disassemble everything,
que ça se passe comme ça, en rien, mais c'est sûr.
and you try to get back up to understand. If there are pieces that remain, it doesn't matter.
Beaucoup de choses. Et comme je l'ai dit la dernière fois quand j'avais rencontré donc les élèves au niveau de la journée de l'excellence.
You have to look for other things. Huh? It's good that it's happening like this, but it's serious.
Aux plateformes numériques là, de faire les choses inutiles.
So I invite the youth to review a lot of things. And as I said last time when I met the students at the level of the Day of Excellence,
Je disais, vous
to stop on your social networks, your digital platforms to do useless things.
des gens de certains pays en tout cas qui arrivent à
There are pages, there are channels where we learn science, where we learn to do things. I said, you will find Indians, Pakistanis, people from certain countries, who manage to make elementary tools and who post on social networks.
Mais c'est pas ça.
Take an interest in that to try to reproduce here. Instead of going to watch the dance, you put yourself to dance like a mask.
Ne finance que ça.
We don't know why, but that's not it. But the others encourage you in that. But look at some embassies here. They only finance that. Go to their embassies with a scientific, technological project or an invention that you want to develop.
Mais si vous partez avec un projet, voilà, de distraction, des trucs, ils vont vous aider, ils vont vous financer.
They don't care about that. If you agree, they take you to their place. You go and do it there. But if it's to do it here, they will never finance you. But if you go with a project, a distraction, they will help you. They will finance you. And then they will come out and say, no, it's to value Burkina Faso's culture. Guys, we don't want that. We want technology first. Culture, it's us. We will finance our own culture, and we will find all the means to do it. So we don't ask anyone to finance Burkina Faso's culture. That's intrinsic to us. It's fundamental. We will do it ourselves. We don't even ask for help from anyone to do that. So have the experience. Go to their embassies. Present your inventions to do it here. They will never help you, and that doesn't mean anything to you. So I invite the youth to wake up.
Mais ils ne connaissent pas la composition chimique. Mais c'est à vous, chercheurs.
Scientists, researchers, get yourselves ready to help. Those who didn't go to school, someone can create something, but they don't know the chemical composition. But it's up to you, researchers.
Voilà la symbiose que je veux à travers donc ce genre de forum. C'est ce qui peut nous aider.
When we send them to you, to be able to recover their invention and say, okay, it's composed of this component, and help them to improve their needs. That's the symbiosis I want through this kind of forum.
Les étrangers qui sont là pour faire tourner les machines ici.
That's what can help us. Thank you. I see that the lady from Adipro is not here. She's the head of the forum, but I was at the opening of the factory. When I was walking in the factory, I asked her a question. These are foreigners who are here to make the machines run here. We want to industrialize, but all of this has to be imported. There are things that you pass in some industrial units. You can't understand. Just a carpet with an electric motor that makes it run. But it has to be imported. We're not going to be afraid of God either. And look, we can copy and do it. We can make a long carpet with an electric motor at the end that makes it run. But we can't make it here. It's a disease, in fact. and everyone has to talk to each other so that we can heal. And there are many things to do. For my part, I'm going to cut your operating budgets this year to help the young people who are inventing things to be able to make things on the spot. So get ready. I'm going to cut your institutions. I'm going to cut your operating budgets because it's useless to go to workshops and import everything that you use in the workshop. Here we are talking in imported microphones. It's the truth. We can't go on like this. All the research you're sitting on may be imported. It's not even made here. So let's change. And it's possible. And maybe to finish, I'd like to call on those who are inventing and searching. Don't look at first for the first invention or the first research to try to be multimillionaires and big bosses. Many people make this mistake. When they create something, the first state market, the prices are at a certain level. You can't even do that. Because he wants that at the first order. He pays the last iPhone, the last Samsung, the last Huawei. He has 5 phones in his hand. He wanders around. He's become a big boss. No, it's done a little bit. You can't compete with what's imported, so please go slowly, slowly. It's also when the state provides resources, and it's the state that finances everything. You can't take the state's resources, want to create something, and make it your private property. It's first for the state. Now he can have a convention between you and the state for the industry to take that and produce it en masse. So the industrialists must strongly support research and innovation, because it's for them that it will benefit. So we don't have a choice. But to put something in so that you contribute in one way or another. You talk a lot about events of distraction, so you can also talk about the young people who will invent. So get ready. It will be done like that. And remember something. To finish, we need the brains of everyone, and everyone is able to create something. It's possible. So everyone with a full head is full. We need it, but we still need someone with a full head of knowledge and a heart full of patriotism. But someone with a brain full of knowledge and an empty heart of patriotism, we don't want that, because it would be just the search for personal interest. They don't see the interest of the country. Be patriotic researchers. You can revolutionize. I trust you, and I know you can. You have already done miracles. Some have created things. In the whole world, people have been doing research for millennia and have never found the solution. But in Burkina, we found the solution. Maybe it's not so well popularized. Maybe we need to see these things to popularize them well, so you are able to create. Believe in yourself. Everyone with a full head and a heart full of patriotism. We are waiting for you to work together, to create, to innovate, and to be the heart of West Africa, and to be as powerful as our father. The revolution had dreamed of Burkina Faso. It's possible. It's possible to exploit our resources and to be comfortable. You are going to Dubai, I don't know where. You are very happy. China was behind. They were 50 years behind. They were very far. But today they have come to surpass everyone. It's by work. Let's work, and then let's have fun. But we must not put distraction as a priority. So I count on you all. I wish you a very good forum, very good reflections. And I asked, according to the prices that are served. I took the example of Miss Burkina today. The first price is 5 million. Is that right? The second price is 3 million, and the third price is 2 million. We are going to change from today. I hope there are good inventions for this time. If there are, we multiply all the prices by 5. We will ensure that. Okay? So the competition is open. And if we have to hold each year to bring people to create and invent more, we will be ready to assume and to inject everything that needs to be injected. So take it from money. Thank you very much to all. I wish you a very good forum, and I look forward to the results, the positive reflections that will come out of this forum. And may God bless you all. May God protect our dear country or death. Thank you very much.